You are watching Liberty Online TV.
Na Sylvanus Blake, and me na the Public Relations Officer, na the Anti-Corruption Commission, Sierra Leone. I want to encourage you all for the follow Liberty TV online. Before you did any like you through WhatsApp audio versions of people where you not see and know, why you not go watch online live and see who that they talk, and then you can know say, oh now this person say this. And here I believe whatever you see is the truth, and that the truth will set this nation free. I love this place and I always want to be here.
Babadie Fantasy is here, and I didn't also today na Liberty Online TV. It's a brand new TV, and they are doing extremely well. And I know me, anything that is run by like women and everything, I'm in for it, I'm supporting it. So make sure you follow Liberty Online TV on all social media platforms. So it's Fantasy is here, I'm here, so you should be here too.
Hello viewers, me na Manti Sumamara, the CEO of Suma Design and Empowerment Initiative. This na Liberty Online TV. I want to tell you for say this now one of the best online TV in a salon, where the young professional woman then come together and for can give me this platform here. No sit down, continue for the watch Liberty TV every day.
Mina Salusise, Mina the head of marketing and corporate communications, United Bank for Africa. Liberty TV Online is the most trusted and reliable online network in a salon. I want to encourage you, wherever you are, watch Liberty Online TV for the first reliable and trusted news in Sierra Leone.
What's up everybody, this is Drizzleik aka Ben 10 over 10, and you're watching Liberty Online TV. Are you ready now? Okay, let's go.
I'm very impressed with the setup. I'm very impressed with the equipment they want to get now. The professionalism of the cameramen, the professionalism of the interviewers, the anchors and all that. And of course the presentation. And the focus, the things they want to talk about are very relevant to today's politics, today's development in Sierra Leone. So we'll be big for the people that sit on Safo, watch Liberty TV, and we will get the good news out of it. So thank you very much.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
I deserve the best. Leave that X to the next. Hi guys, it's Boy here, aka Miss Kelly Talat. And for Leona, all know say you suppose and you need for check out Liberty TV Online on every platform if you want to get the best form of entertainment in your life. So make sure you check them out.
What's good guys, I'm Peter AA Komba. Watch, make we left for the greedy and let we left for the greedy because I want when I'm going to check out Liberty Online TV on all social media platforms, and if you want to get the best entertainment, watch out for them and always check them out.
Hey guys, this now you got Aminish. I dey follow Liberty Online TV, and I want you to follow Liberty Online TV. Now Facebook, now YouTube, and all other social media platforms.
My name is Lida Howard Tombo, Timbikenda Mama, and the winner of House of Star reality TV show season 1. I am right at Liberty TV, and I'm encouraging every Sierra Leoneans and every other nationality to always watch the Liberty TV. It's an online TV, and encouraging you also go and follow their page on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and then you can get the best out of Liberty TV.
Hey guys, what's up? This is incredible JJ, Mr. Hudos J. Shout out to Liberty Online TV. Follow them on all social media platforms. Hudos J.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.
Orange.
Good morning and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online Television within our Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Today na Thursday, and we where they bring the program come to you this morning. My name na Khadija Bangura.
And me na Mabel Kaba. Good morning. Now this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can talk about the constitutional review process, where the BU administration they carry on with right now.
Well, this morning at the studio, for we talk about the constitutional review process outside and day now, and waiting at the specific things them West Salon people for expect say them for talk about inside this particular constitutional review, and waiting at some of the legal team them were involved in the process. All you go know inside the studio this morning. Well, for look at this topic where the ongoing constitutional review process. Now the studio this morning, a pleasure forget the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education. We also double as the Deputy Government Spokesman. A name na Bokari Abdel Aziz Bawo. Good morning, Mr. Bawo, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
And also we get somebody, we're a legal expert, a constitutional lawyer, instead of with we at the studio this morning for can talk about the legal process and procedure them where any country for go through for get a reviewed constitution. Now the studio one for welcome Suleiman Baja Tijansi. Good morning, Mr. Tijansi, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, viewers, and thank you for having me.
All right, so now continue for the with you at the studio. Now with two studio guests and Dandy. And you said for the watch we at the program this morning. At some point you will get the opportunity where they open the phone line them. You will call and ask a question. Anything we want to know about the ongoing constitutional review process, outside governments they now. Or if you get a question about the legal procedure them, you will call and ask Suleiman Baja Tijansi a question. He therefore answer all of our questions them. And if you also want for suggest to governments outside the expert them for look inside the constitution, all of that you will get the opportunity for call later inside the program on the number +23274 200 545. +23274 200 545. Now the number down the way for call so that you self go the part of the program this morning. Or you can as well send me a text now the comment section at any of the platform them where they watch with this morning.
All right, we continue with the Breakfast Show, and before we can look at the issue we get for do with the constitutional review process where they carry on, let me go first now Parliament. Outside this BNTM, we've been seeing the All People's Congress APC Party Member of Parliament they issue a public notice outside and say on a monthly basis, starting from May, then go they update the public on issues them where they believe they get to do with governance and how they want for all government to account. Well, yesterday, the APC Member of Parliament been get the first edition of this engagement. Also, them be talk to the media, but concern them where they get regarding governance. We reporter Al Hassan Kuruma bin Dede and Iguna reports.
This BNTM, the APC parliamentarian them been holding first parliamentary monthly press conference. This press conference na for update the press and the party members them on waiting they happen at parliament. except waiting them as parliamentarians they do for all government accountable for Sise Mama Salon better. Honorable Umfasori Kuruma, now the public relations officer for the APC parliamentarian, he talks at this press conference about bring parliament to the people.
We're here today because we have a country that we cannot turn our back on. We're here today because we have members of parliament that have decided that we need to bring parliament to the people. We're here today because we have a leader of parliament and a leadership of parliament that believe that we need to bring parliament to the people. We're here today because we have national officers in this party that believes we need to bring parliament to the people. So in this press conference, several issues and many issues will be highlighted. Issues bordering on the economy, issues bordering on crisis, governance crisis and economic crisis in the country will be addressed, as well as questions that the public will have for us.
The leader of the opposition in Parliament, Honorable Abdul Kagbo, talk about things that we get to do with the present economic problem where the country they face.
We therefore call experts them for let them come watch on the pricing formula for fear. Because the way we fear Diana Salon, this now the first time fear the Diana Salon pass the way we Diana Guinea. Now Guinea people let me they come for come buy fear na Salon. Waiting go on, waiting happen. So then something for can help we for throw light on this. On our members said today, weekend and midnight. We get free calls say what you make through we mobile phone. True or false? True or false? We normally they get free calls then. Now you they get free calls. That's how waiting happen. For any 1 minute call where you make, government they take 30%. Then the mobile company they take 70%. So the mobile company they tell government say for weekend. Then people they not keep paying a free call we they give them. So una bear on 30%, we they bear on 70%. Let the people they get free call. Government say no. If una want, una not take una 70%, but we with 30%, una give it. So the mobile companies were forced not for give free calls again every weekend and every midnight. Then they charge them because then send them for pay government for them free calls they need. Una get forget more. This not just tip of the iceberg.
The deputy opposition leader in Parliament, Honorable Daniel Brema Kurma, talk about the challenges where they face as opposition at Parliament.
Of course, this one was very disappointing because we did all we could to avoid, but we are forced to. That is the interview and approval process of the ECSL commissioner for his reappointment to continue as commissioner for the Southern Province. Appointments or reappointment of any commissioner of ECSL based on section 32, subsection 3, you need to consult all registered political parties. And in our opinion, complying with those provisions does not reduce the chance of Mr. Edmond S. Alpha from being approved in any way or form. But this is a constitutional provision. We demanded that those provisions must be complied with. But at the end of the day, we are allowed to debate as we like, as we think fit.
The National Secretary General of the APC, Lansana Dumbuya Esquire, talked about issues surrounding the Tripartite Committee and the recent statement from the President.
We all know the history behind the formation of the Tripartite Committee. It was as a result of the dissatisfaction of the APC party, and not only the party, but a huge number of the populace of this country about the outcome of the 2023 June election. We felt that and not only the party but even the international election observers. We have the local and international. They were also of the view that the tallying process was not done properly, and as a result, the results that came out never reflected what was supposed to have come out of the process.
Ambassador Fode Yansanen, the deputy party chairman, been also explain what the party stand for, and also say them as opposition party not uphold the peace where the country they enjoy, but ready for work for uphold the rule of law and the democratic principle of the country. For Liberty Online TV, Al Hassan Kouma, the report.
All right, we continue with the Liberty Breakfast Show. We come to you live on Liberty Online Television, Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website. And in case you just tune in, don't forget to share the program so that more people go join the conversation. Today, na the program where they can look at the ongoing constitutional review process as people can remember government after government and can make attempts for review sat inside them na the Salon Constitution. Well, President Bio in your administration self been start the constitutional review process this being term, but amidst the ongoing constitutional review process, we don't see plenty concern them, especially from the main opposition, APC party, we been pull a press release outside and states and concern and say governments not involve them in the ongoing constitutional review process. Well, we can't talk about all the concern then they as we get the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education with we in the studio, but firstly, we go start for look at some of the reason them why make President Bio in government thought and fit say if we prioritize the constitutional review process and if you go assure the citizens in a process where it go complete before in tenure of office done. Because like I stated earlier, we don't say government after government, they attempt for review the Salon Constitution. Firstly, Mr. Minister, let me start with you. Generally, we just play, although not so that today, for just play a clip. We saw yesterday, the APC's member of parliament, then they hold a press conference, we said and say, every month now, they want for update the general public, their members and supporter them about what they happen in terms of governance. You just watch the leader of the opposition at parliament in submission. As a government, how una take that decision they from the APC member of parliament and say, every month now then they come out and update the public about things the own government they do?
Thank you very much. Since we administration take office, one of the things we pride ourselves on is we have opened the space for democracy, for thrive, and for the government or any administration succeed, you also need a very strong opposition. So it is a very good venture. We are only very cautious that while doing that, they don't misinform the populace. But whatever they do, forget the messages to the people, I don't need any democracy. But we just therefore prioritize the state will get all cost reality. That in our quest for power, for takeover governance, we don't misinform the people. But we not get control over what we say. The only control we'll get is that we'll keep informing the people. We keep giving the people the correct information. Because as a Ministry of Information and Civic Education, with greater responsibility is to make sure the space for rumor or misinformation will stay long with we people. That's just what I have to say about that. Thank you.
So you see this as a welcoming news, taking into consideration government said they do a weekly press briefing for updates the public on a weekly on waiting they happen?
By the dictates of our constitution, giving everybody the right to hear an opinion is mandatory. That is what is the beauty of democracy, that everybody for have a say in governance. So if they choose to be informing the populace on what government they do, honestly, then as an administration, we're not getting any problem with that.
All right, coming back to the constitutional review process, where you therefore update the public about Usai Ona as a government day now in terms of reviewing the Salon 1991 constitution. Start for tell the citizen the way they watch you this morning. Why President Biol in led administration prioritize and say, then for review the 1991 Constitution?
Khadija, it is not a President Biol thing. The review of the 1991 Constitution has been amongst the matters of the greatest moment in Sierra Leone. In 1999, when people go for us sign the Lomé Peace Accord, one thing where generally all stakeholders agree was that we for review the 1991 Constitution. Okay. The TLC report, the recommendation in 2002 also talk about reviewing the 1991 Constitution. So it is not a President Biol thing. It has been there. You know, like I said, the Lomé Peace Accord, all stakeholders will go agree so we for review the Constitution. And also when we look at what caused the war, what happened during the war, what we will do for let the war not happen again. When the TLC report conclude, one of the things we recommend was that the 1991 Constitution should be reviewed with nationwide consultation, a participatory process that everybody get a constitution where they stand the test of time and we make everybody equal before the law. Therefore, presidents after president, they don't start the process. In response to all these demands, the late president, Tijan Kaba, appoint Peter Tucker for see what we will do with the Constitution, because everybody is staying review. Unfortunately, it was in 2007 where Tijan Kaba appoint a commission for review. By 2008, where they conclude, and nobody in our office again. So whatever Peter Tucker and others put together was given to the then president, winner Dr. Anna Iswakroma, by then. A look at people review the review report. Out of ill thinking, as the fountain of honor by then, he say and say, okay, this report will don't come. He put another 80-man committee together, headed by the late Justice Kawan. For them, let them look at the report and see how, because it was just within 1 year, Peter Tucker and others work. So now, input an 80-man committee for let it look. So from 2013 to 2017, they review the Constitution. They give report to the president, and the government by then came with a white paper. In that white paper, out of 134 recommendations, the then administration kicked aside 100. They only recognized 34. Okay. In our own time, what I will clearly state here is not to review the Constitution. President Biol ever say it is review Constitution. 2 committees don't review Constitution. Therefore, whatever report then 2 committees then put together, and based on what they happen now, a lot of reforms don't happen. Based on all those reforms and based on all those recommendations, and I don't send this document to the AG's office for them let them look at it and see what Justice Kawan committee say, what Peter Tucker say, and what are the provisions that were in line with what they happen now. The education sector gets a lot of reform, the anti-corruption gets a lot of reform, the local council gets a lot of reform. We don't get a lot of reform, including the gender issues. So what did they say about all these reforms and now we don't get? You, the law people, will not look at them back. So that is where we are. It just take everything we all we don't do is send on at the AG office. But let them look at her and see on all these recommendations what can best suit Sierra Leone going forward. So I will just say, now summarize what they try for summarize. All this effort will be don't happen. Because clearly, we don't see say it is a demand. The demand for the constitutional review has been high. And efforts over the years don't happen. Therefore, let let's don't say do nothing. I make don't start early. But not to anything in want in them. Now waiting others don't say, compared to waiting they happen now, I make it don't send out to AG office for let them do it.
So like you don't explain the first review they happened under the late former president Kaba, when Dr. Peter Toka been head in 2007, and we see where the Kuruma-led administration self-cam, then self-starts the young, based on that report back where Dr. Peter Toka Bingi and some other pattern of the 1991 constitution. Then done the white paper comes, Bio-led administration in January 2022, we see they launch that white paper day. But the reports where Dr. Kawan, the late man, review committee been pulled from the 1991 constitution. So at this stage, you don't say, now then 2 reports and the no more government they look at. So looking at them 2 reports and the governance, we know, so not to just somebody will win election. How involved are other people into the process of reviewing? Then 2 reports them from Dr. Peter Toka and that of late Justice Kawan.
Like I said, it is a process. First, we get 3 arms of government. Yeah, if this one now from the executive, it don't come out, it don't send them to the judiciary arm for let them watch them. It is not going to stop there. We're not expecting the whole judiciary with an APC, not SFP or APC. It is a whole arm of governance. Now they when it come out there, you get other process and say go to parliament where we have the people's representation. So it is not going to end there. We now look at it with, a lens of legislation.
But there is a committee where they do that.
Yes, no, now the Attorney General in office. Whether he don't put people together because he's the head of the judiciary. If he don't put somebody together, a team together, that's not a new administration. But we, from executive level, now they don't send them. Look at what has been recommended. We now look at the law people. We now look at them. Yeah? And it is there.
So let me bring in now the law somebody, the constitutional expert, a constitutional lawyer, and it don't be around for a very long time where they talk about the Salon Constitution and other things. Them it don't dey from the term where the former president Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma been set up the late Justice Kawan led Constitutional Review Committee and the recommendation the way they make. But before we can look at that, we'll just listen to the Deputy Minister of Information, Naya. So they say not to review than they do. Then your administration just want for summarize all waiting come out from the Peter Toka and also the late Justice Kawan and try for say Salon get a new constitution. Procedurally from the law perspective, now summary the country forget on a review process.
Thank you very much, Khadija. Well, the review process, as far as me concerned, is ongoing. The review process of this constitution, as the Deputy Minister rightly says, started with President Tijan Kaba with the Peter Toka review. And then Kuruma been set up this 80-man constitutional review committee. Mr. I've been member of that committee. By then, I was Secretary General of the Sierra Leone People's Party, so by virtue of that, I represent another committee, an 80-man committee. That committee do unprecedented work in this country. Now, the most extensive consultation process we ever do in this country. We go around the country, we engage the largest amount of stakeholders, we address series of communities across the country. So the document itself will be is comprehensive. The law, constitution for we all. Now close to for fit we all. If he big for we, it not go good. If he tight for we, it not go good. So therefore, we go make a constitution, we go fit we. Right. So in that respect, forget that we need wide consultation and large amount of debates about what we want and what we will not want. And I think all that we don't go through. It's been just unfortunate, say, President Kuruma not implement in white paper where been pulled. And this year been left President Bio Ka inherit. And a lot of money been go Panam. This process will be due under President Kuruma from 2007. I mean, was it 2007? 2013 to 2017, sorry. Been get money from UNDP, UN Women, the United Kingdom, the EU, even the foreign ministries of Kenya and Ghana. They all be put money, resources, give technical expert them for help me. And as the deputy minister say, then people there, the international community, they guarantee with peace, the Lome Peace Accord. And I be one of the things that would be signed, say, your answer will for do. Because I be the only way that we will be able to consolidate with democracy and the peace we don't get. And again, in the TRC, again, you understand, we also reinforce that because we find out, say, beaucoup of the problem that will be in this country also. Now, as a result of the constitution, we will be getting 10 day. That na the 1978 constitution, will be one-party constitution. When that one day some of will be opposed, they will lead to the 1991 constitution, will make democracy kind of this country. Because before now, I mean, the president now be all and all under the 1978 constitution, and they control parliament. Parliament, no, they check them, now they check parliament, now they put who they want and pull who they want pull. So that will make the country not be the go before. We get a lot of problem then at this country. So now I make then two documents they are being really stressful for review the constitution. And as I say, this process don't go on, even the reports don't go back to this present parliament, I mean present government. On a member 2022 was it, the president will launch another white paper. We review the white paper of President Kuruma as well as the report of the Kawan Constitutional Review Commission. So we don't do a lot of what and call, but as the deputy minister say now new issues do not come where they don't want to make the legal people their advice on the constitutionality. But what me open them on after they advise, then they will go get for take them back to key stakeholders. If we never can go around the country, say at least make we get other people to engage. Because as I say, constitution are two for fit we all. Each and every region, each and every political persuasion. So we therefore make sure, say, we consult at every stage of the process. For amend them, for change the constitution, each constitution they tell you how for change them. The 1991 constitution, against section 108, will tell you exactly how we for change that constitution, the way now we want change so.
So for the benefit of viewer there, Mr. Tijansi, you go just interpret or tell we waiting that particular section, say, if you want for change the constitution, waiting, then for do, so that the viewer then go get clear understanding if the bill-led administration, we don't take up upon this venture, they go through the right process then.
Well, so far the BO inherits a process where that one they go by international best practice. We don't consult, we don't review, we don't get a committee. We made up of all sections of society, 80-man committee, as I tell you, involve all sides, political parties, paramount chiefs, all facets of this country as we don't take part for now. So the consultative side don't done. Now on the legal side, which means after they don't review them. The Attorney General's office go don't review them, they bring and come to key stakeholders and all, and then we don't look at them, and then we don't approve them. Then you go get for good parliament. Now the thing then I make you get for all man on board. Because throughout the parliamentary procedure, you need 2/3 majority. Then get for read and first reading, then vote 2/3. Second and third reading, then vote 2/3. Before now you understand, then go pass them. And when they pass them, before the president sign up, they get for go back to the country. The referendum, the country get for vote, and the people who for take part in that election, they for be 50% of all the people who register in this country. So we forget at least 50% turnout of elected, of the people holding at the electoral register right now who don't register for vote, half of them for vote, and out of that half day, 2/3 of them for approve this new constitution. After that done, then they get for go back in parliament. The electoral commission get for go to parliament, you understand, give them the certificate, say that part of the constitution we don't do them. Based on that now they go forward, parliament go forward, then your certificate, and that certificate they would bill, the new constitutional bill, to the president for making sign up. So now the procedure that because of this 2/3 majority where you need at each and every stage, now make it fine for make all the political different politicians they hand panam so that we will get a document here, we will all agree with.
Before we reach to that stage where they're going to parliament, back to the issue of the whole constitution itself, like how the deputy minister explained, the BO-led administration just look at the reports where Peter Tucker been pulled and that of the late Justice Kawane 80-man committee. You not be member of this 80-man committee. Based on all waiting on have been discussed, then tell them the way the committee did do in work. Imagine issues and where they come up now. The thing them we've been doing that white paper where on have been conclude on, they address the emerging issues then now.
Well, I think they're right for looking back. Not forget that review they done 2017. 2017 to now almost here, nearly 7 years or 6 years, I think 7 years. So a lot to happen in terms of gender parity, as you rightly say, in terms of local government, but I think the local government we cover them exhaustively because the constitution, the 1991 constitution, gets 6 chapters. Now, under this review, we'll be look out 4 new chapters. We'll get one on citizenship, we'll get one on land, natural resources, and the environment. We'll get one on information, communication, and media, and we'll get one also on citizenship. So we'll get for bring all the one in the inside this new constitution. And then the area they are when they talk about, sometimes we'll go slightly based on what they will come out with, amend certain sections there for reflect that way. But as I say, any changes we will make, because then we not only lawyers and they would look at from the legal point of view. But then again, we go for look at from whether you understand from your own point of view, the people there, whether we want some or whether we not want some, whether we think to say necessary or whether we not think to say necessary.
So the reason why I ask, because then say the limits are not to the reports that we don't come out. And imagine issues and don't they happen. Need they for let them for them look at the reports and also the whole, because constitution also thing where every year they come say they can review them. For do them once and for all, they go for take some time back before you come they say you they make change. Need they for let them for them look at the whole constitution again and maybe pull or put something then we go add to that white paper.
That white paper there, as I say, exhaustive. I don't think to say that the 2 report the way they talk now when they look at. Because mind you, the former government they don't look at them 2 report they set up a commission. They not put the report that they don't look at.
Not the constitution.
We don't look the 2 report them will take into consideration how they make this the way go and take into consideration. Now in the 1991 constitution and the Peter Tucker in review documents. We don't look at that one they don't submit and they don't make white paper. So I think that this government look that white paper they will reflect then 2 things and then come up with their own white paper. This government said get their own white paper on that. When are the blueprints now you understand for good? What that means to say now the things they will accept and the things they will accept now for good at the constitution and that white paper they tell you about. So now that white paper they now I think say they don't submit now to law officers for look. But when law officers they look at that white paper, they obviously they get forget the Peter Tucker report and the constitution at the background because now they lead to that white paper. They for see what's in another white paper they will for don't they will not they and as well as for look as soon as say they imagine issues there. The imagine issues are not say reach 5 or 6 we don't come from that and so that constitution is still current. All we need for do now for just tie them up and take and go parliament. So because really this process don't take.
Now that it in the law officers department for let them watch at and try for put together a draft based on the 2 reports, then the Peter Tucker and that of late Justice Kawan. In terms of involvement, how is supposed for day? Because we don't they yearly concerns, don't they come up from the main opposition party say they're not even involved them, they're not even aware. Password and see na social media say the BO-led administration they try for review the constitution. They issue out a press release to that effect. How the involvement for the law officers department? Now the normal way the department for looking inside and now or for bringing other stakeholders on board.
Well, me not go able to know what in the government they will call for Senangode, but meeting to say then Senangode the law officers for look at the legal issues that were involved. And see how they can bring on board new issues. I know that say, we just come all law officers and go straight na parliament because that will be suicidal. Because we will kill the constitution before it starts. Because we need APC as much as any other political party right now for pass this constitution. As I say, at every stage we need 2/3 majority. So I think to say government for take heed of APC the concern, because na right concern, because this, as I say, na close to the so for ourselves. So all man for car on board for see how the sleeve go there and how the waste go there, so that you go fit we fine. So what we go say is, at this stage, make we wait, make the law officers and done their review, which I hope say will be soon, and then call in stakeholders then for can get a second look at them before they go parliament. Because as I say, we all get for know what they inside. What we don't do, we know. With the new things the government want bring inside, all man get for know, so that it go get an easy passage, not only in a parliament, but hey, come back to we, because now we finally get for passer. Because if that referendum, they will not get a 2/3 majority. It can't go before the president for make it sign now.
All right, Suleiman Bajatijansi, continue for the week the program. In case you just tune in, today we look at the constitutional review process where they go on now at the country, and at the studio we get a constitutional lawyer, and now one party people away been there now the review process of the late Justice Kawan. Instead there, so they give insight as to the process the way government supposed to go through before they review the constitution, and also get the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education with at the studio, Bokari Abdel Aziz Bawa. Instead they with the studio, they give you updates about outside governments there now. Let bring you in, Mr. Deputy Minister. We just hear from Mr. Bajatijansi. Now one party people will be sit down na the 80-man committee of the late Justice Kawan. They don't tell we the process and procedure them we are not supposed to go through. A lot of people been surprised when they hear say the bill-led administration they try for review the constitution based on the reports the way they be made. We mean say public sensitization all day. And we make a lot of speculation. One of the speculation the way they out there na the public na that the president's bill they try for look inside the term limit of the presidency.
So now rumor you want my address.
It's not about addressing rumor. I they try for talk about people being surprised for year because
so like
public awareness of
like,
the day.
Rightly say, being an information minister. I'm also Minister of Rumor. Yeah. One work we're very pleased with, like personally as a citizen, I'm very pleased with. And I'm glad you were me boss there, because then I'll be seeing us inside the party. They give them the support for around the party. And it make a very good representation at the 80-man committee, because when you look at waiting specifically the TLC say the process of reviewing our constitution, the kind of consultation, I think now one of the best they do. They reach out. When you look at how many people they engage, paramount chief, how many consultative meetings with stakeholders and whole, even they even prescribe for we the top up where they use. They say they use more than 20,000 airtime hours at SABC. The Facebook, how many people then follow them. So it was all inclusive and participatory. Yeah? So they work, we get a credit, and they also start their work, based their work on what Peter Tucker we don't do. But in that their work, they make 134 recommendations. I don't say get it right, 134. The EBK-led administration, and it's by command-led administration, only take 34 and left 100. You understand? That also gives the urge for let somebody, out of that much consultation, that kind of support, technical support where they get, that kind of opinion where they pull together for bring 134, then you left out 100 and just take 34. It can give somebody an urge for look at why this. You understand? So our own is just, this stakeholder, that's just what I'll say. If they brought 134, why the white paper just carry it 34, left 100? Perhaps that 100 we left, they even speak to the things that what they do now. That 100, where the last administration will take. Perhaps they speak to what they do now. You understand? They address the reforms. Therefore, let us not start this whole process. So, what you don't do, the 134 will be there, and Peter Tucker, when I look at as lawyers, how do they speak to current issues? One thing I assure is, And even last week, when the president addressed the people in Akbo, he was very blunt that in 2028, in facing the ballot paper, that addresses term limits that I go by the 5 where me come with constitutionally. If we don't want anything on our business, but in that term limit, now you don't so clearly. That doubt way for day. Now we give the more time, this and that, because you want the way mediocres, label, now they can start the half thing there. And the president take intent address with all that you know get no time beyond that in 5-year limit. And I don't think say the constitution, if the lawyer which you don't answer, if they not be put anything like extending that time limit, not expectantly, just like what you say, that they know what they put. They know what are the recommendations, they know what are Peter Tucker in recommendation. Nothing virtually is going to be different from within inside the recommendations. So, of course, APC press release, I can write a whole dissertation about it. Because they are always, press releases are always out. As our former Secretary General, I know if you say a bit too responsive to writing press releases every now and then. Because we look at critical issues for support the then government, forget administration. Not so every cough, somebody cough, you want to write press release about her. But opinions differ.
So these
two political parties.
The concern where they make about the ongoing constitutional review process.
It is not an ongoing constitutional review. This constitution has been reviewed by 2 committees. We are summarizing.
So the summary one that they do.
Khadija, sometimes you lead your people from the front. Even your house, sometimes it is very good to consult. But sometimes, again, they don't want to consult, even when they take decision, the former Secretary General, for let them go to a party office, they're not able to go. Why? The people who go, they holla. But at that time, they know that this is the best decision to take on behalf of this party. But if they go to a party office, for say let them go ask we first, they cannot get it right. So that is leading the people from the front, taking responsibility for those decisions. So as an administration, not that every other thing where you want to pass, you go consult. No, you don't get time for that. If these things has happened, for let us take an almost and a lot, not to decision where they take on anything. For let us take this report, send out the people that will get legal mind, for let the watch out. Then the back pass will go consult somebody, say, once in this thing, for let lawyers go look at.
So the concern they raise not legitimate.
I'm not saying I would say somebody opinion not legitimate in a democratic state. I am just saying from the government point of view, we also think, say, not to every bit of decision how you want to take pass, you open debate about it. Even you home, you're not going to run out. So what it takes, sometimes you take decisions that are good, not leadership, on behalf of, not that, like the lawyer rightly say, from Musa it is a way to come on. They never put stakeholders, they watch out before we send out again to them. In that well of parliament, APC did it. You understand? And they just come out now at the general's office, they go president sign that. No. Because waiting the president in charge for avoid is every time we are putting committee together to review one green document, where this person can review. No, I'm not going to review. Let us look at all these reports. When I look at now, look at with a lens of existing things. No new thing suspicious of time limits and that. Law left the document. The lawyers are way partake by that thing. They know waiting and put. And they are not dead. Some of them are still here. You understand? When you can tell you, say, no, this is not Babadie. How did it come? And it don't clearly explain. There are some things, even when you then yourself put on, and not they go until the people vote on it. You know, you just go right. Constitution not something like a manifesto where we just put committee together. No, it gets processes. And this is what we don't do. Or they take responsibility of taking all these reports where people have been all right, and send them to. I don't think
so. For the purpose of transparency, you agree now say there was a communication gap between the public and government regarding the work where the law officers departments they do now on the report. How? Because what you don't explain so now news to so many people we're going to watch you this
that
morning. For no say now just give them that report then say when look into them, for come back to the public for can know waiting at the way forward before they go parliament.
One of the things we don't do as a ministry, in fact, is to bring stakeholders always for talk on emerging issues. I think the Deputy Minister of Justice don't address this issue repeatedly at our press conference. This is not the first time.
Last week you do that, and
not
don't
last
say
week.
The concern beyond the camp from
So we
the
don't address her. We don't address her.
So there was a communication gap.
But we don't address her. If you think there was a communication gap, the lawyer tell you, say, the president even launched a young white paper.
That was in 2022, and this is 2024.
So it is a process going. I don't launch, meaning this is where I am starting. Not launch an apollo. It was in the open. So it was not communicated.
How long the law officers departments they look at the document here?
And the lawyers, you know, lawyer, even if I like me, you will say stand up. But if you tell this lawyer now, let's say stand up. The grammar. The grammar where they put the text where they go put.
Give them work. So now that make a
so they go for ground for like
the task when I give them now for how long?
That me, as the executive arm, one, we know they over to pretend them.
No, not getting time limit.
You get time limit. There's a time no say
when
within that time it will be communicated. But if you go again say this thing now right inside 10 minutes, lawyers who can't we for don't do them, but the time when they give it a short. Lawyers are people who therefore take your time, but because they know what then the way that they carry it, the text, simple thing, they will write out so let allow them, let them watch them, so that when it come out, we all know say we have a constitution where we will take yes, nobody will grumble what again.
So yeah? the reason why
the only thing I will assure is we'll get a new constitution by the grace of God before President Bill left office.
Yeah, because that was going to be my next question.
Well, don't ask it again.
How long will the project as a government?
No, don't ask it.
From now to this time, we go don't get.
We did get a new constitution before we left.
All right.
President Bill left administration.
All right, viewers, if you watch me and you just join me, today they look at the constitutional review process, although the Deputy Minister say not a review process, but ideally the term where they out there, people then get for know about the new constitution where the bill-led administration don't take the Peter Tucker recommendation and that of the late Justice Coward recommendation for let them look inside and try to get a new constitution. And according to the Deputy Minister of Information, we also double as the Deputy Government spokesman say before President Bill come on power, Salon go get a new constitution. We get him between at the studio and we get a constitutional lawyer by the name of Suleiman Bajatejan. See in the airport with the legal aspects them. And one of the people who will be in the 80-man committee during the former president Anes by Kroma and Tem will be make attempts for review the constitution. But the work not been done, it tap now the recommendation they be make and sent to the president. One of the famous things that we Sierra Leonean they ask for Mona then they will be done at the committee. Now for look inside the powers of the president. Most Salon people think say the president gets so much powers now and some might not use them in the interest of the citizens them. And I believe say Una self will be done at that committee. Now one of the side and then the way Una be look at. Based on the recommendation the Una been sent to the then president, Una talk about anything we be get for do with the powers of the president?
Yes, we talk about the powers of the president, about the powers of the judiciary and the executive. Because this is not a democratic constitution, so the three arms of government them for equal and then for act as check and balance on each other. So yes, we will look at we look at a lot of other things. And as for the constitution, I'm very concerned about I think the last time we go to the Bar Association conference, I engaged the Attorney General about that, and he assured me say very soon a new process go on. So I help my brother and I say, the Attorney General assure me, a lawyer to another lawyer say, the process don't go far, very soon we go down now. Because if I make we done this constitution, because it don't take a long time, and I can understand why the opposition very concerned about how the constitution they go. Because we don't get constitutional development in this country, so now people are selfish and they go for their own personal. Apart from the 1961 constitution when I give independence, all the other constitution, they all now before somebody in your own personal political ambition. The 1971 constitution, the first constitution will establish republic in this country, the first constitution will make presidents, become a prime minister of get. And that now for Sheikh Stevens for making get a power, they for be president. And number one, this position of a governor general do by aid as prime minister. The 1978 constitution, a one-party constitution as a result of a demonstration that in at this school. Now we lead the 1977 demonstration against one party. And you don't see, say, you understand, this democracy, so they put up for accounts too much in our account. So you go pass the constitution, 1978 constitution, where you know go account to nobody. You go choose that one for the parliament, you go control parliament. That they not bode well for we. The 1991 constitution, the then moment government just don't know more and say they want to make constitution. We force them. World events and we in opposition are free to enforce and for make that constitution day. Because like you beaucoup people they go on radio, oh na moment na create the first democratic constitution as if it just don't know more and say, oh, it good enough for make Salon become a democratic state. No, it no happen so. It been the benefit from the one party state, it been give too much power, so who that will let for make them pull down in power. But events around the world, they get the same way. They want they give money, say no aid. Without any constitutional development, you know, without a move to multi-party. So it become a necessity if we want for benefit for them for make pass that constitution.
You just talk about something very important where don't become a bone of contention in this constitutional review process, because any sitting president, they try for review the constitution, but that side for let go of his powers. Now, one of the things that we don't become a bone of contention, especially the powers of appointing certain people, them we're supposed for an independent institution, and so that they will become independent, and will take orders from above from the president. Now, this sitting president don't make the attempt, say, he wants for doing before in tenure done. The president be where you sabi. They go let go of them powers, then they?
Yes, I think they go let go of them powers, and if you know that the people of Sierra Leone want. From the post where Miss Sabi, I work with him as leader of this of the party while I was Secretary General. I know and say he gets democratic tendencies there, and not to now that begin even in 1996. 9 million power, we hand over government back to a democratically elected government, and revert back to the 1991 constitution, where they may not suspend from 1991 to 1992 to 1996 for 4 years. As I've been talk about, and this suspicion don't they continue because of how president can behave. Because you come back to President Kuruma with all the money we they spend, with all the work we do. Where you not get certain things the way you want, the constitution not kind to be. You go to pull white paper, the white paper which will down most of the recommendations we will do, as me minister and I talk, deputy minister talk, you understand? Out of 134 recommendations, he only accepted 34.
So now because you not been get what he wants,
exactly, and because that in the as opposition leader, one of the opposition leaders of the country, he would be believe say he been won the third time. Now he make approve of her. And we say that, and it happened, approve of him. So now I'm not surprised. See now again, you understand, people then still they talk about President Bio, you understand, wanting to now to extend the term limit, you understand. We may not look tenable because
so what if President Bio self not get what he wants? Now this summary, according in the words of the deputy minister, already do so, and it put on hold approval.
Well, it don't show say get any stake from this. Because if you forget stake from this, for the say made and review all the recommendations they will make. Main law officers look at all the 134 recommendations they will make. The one the President Kuruma accept and the one they will not accept, for see whose kind of documents will come out with. That just shows you say because inside that 134 recommendations they will do all things for make sure say the president not getting away. It will even pull the tax. The president under this new constitution, first thing the president they pay tax, but under this new constitution, the president therefore pay tax. His income will be taxable. So these are the issues. Under this new constitution, we get a fixed date for elections. We get a fixed date for inauguration. Then judge them. Then DPP them. You understand? Where the goal level then they perform. You understand? They know they old for their goal then they so because now like a wine. As they go old now, so they get better. We don't increase we don't increase the age of retirement from 65 to 70. So these are all one of the things that will strike me out where I will talk about this new constitution. And we don't make such that you answer what will be happen between President Kuruma and Vice President Samsumana not happen again at this country. All the loopholes that they will don't tie them down, Although some of them, as as the deputy minister tell una just no, they not accept. As and now the fact that they make them review them 100 day show to me where within that committee they say I don't think they get any ulterior motive, not get any hidden agenda and this, but now for make the lawyer they look am, what you think to say we go carry, what you not think to say we go carry, and as himself agree with me, we know say we must go to stakeholders. So I want to assure APC say you as and this go to stakeholders. This is not the second term where the Sierra Leone People's Party they can make constitution. Now this country, almost constitution we don't get now. This will be the fifth. We don't get 5 constitution. 3 of them constitution and they now APC make them 1971, 1978, and 1991. The only 2 constitution there where SLPP, the only one constitution SLPP don't do like 1961 constitution where we bring this country into independence. This could be the second one. And me go gladly for make your answer in achieve this feat for make sure say we get this constitution and me believe say the work we don't put by this constitution it go stand the test of time because they get problem every day when they see una court they get problem with the present constitution because even that constitution may get problem. I don't take part in that constitution day, but me now one of the people who testify before that constitution review commission day na Miata conference hall, you know when they do one. And I read the report. Most of what's in that report they back na so be happen. But he said they go on white paper, they go to parliament, but put him in all we do down. Now make we get a lot of problem in interpreting this constitution na court na court. Now make we so many constitutional cases. Every day we talk about lacunas in the law, lacunas in the constitution.
So based on your experience, what do you go advise the law officers departments for prioritize as in they look at their reports in this one?
As in they look at them, I want them look thoroughly on the 100 recommendations because we believe each and every one of the recommendations then they, you understand, important because we not reach them conclusions and they without the necessary consultation. As the deputy minister agree with me, Naya, you did extensive consultations. So me want make them look them, all of them, and make them look at current issues we don't arise since 2017, like gender parity, like power sharing. You understand? Me want make them look things like that, you know. Me personally, all through this constitutional review in this country, as well, I never support the presidential system of government. Even in the 1991 constitution, me and the late Chief Yomukela, Kande Yomukela and Papa, you know, we have been the only 2 people who testify at that commission of inquiry. I mean, at that constitutional review commission, they say we want the parliamentary Westminster system of government, where you get prime minister, then you get the president who is ceremonial and prime minister who is head of government. Because we believe that and they say that could make the executive more accountable to the people through parliament, you know, through question time and all that thing like that. But we were not in the majority. The majority now, majority of Sierra Leoneans want the presidential system of government. And now they look back, so we say the presidential system, since after they dismiss Sam Sumana, we don't look at now say the presidential system, the president gets too much power. You understand? So they look all that one day, and I hope say President Biu and the AG's office go done this process fast so that I go come back to stakeholders and go parliament. Because as I say, this process started in 2007. You understand? It's approaching 20 years. More than 2 decades per one green constitutional review. We the non recommend to we for we own benefit. The TRC recommend them, the Lome Pisa Code recommend them, and we the people them by participation don't show say that is what we want.
Alright, so remember Babadie agency continue for the week at the studio and remember say you the Babadie Liberty Breakfast Show who sign at this edition of the program. When you look at the constitutional review reports then where the government's bio-led administration they look at now and another hearing from the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education and also we get a legal expert at the studio this morning where they tell we some of the areas them where in belief say the one them where they do this particular work for focus on. In case yourself gets any comments for make or question for ask, remember say just now we go open the phone line and yourself go be part of this edition of the breakfast show. We'll go for a short music break and come look at more issues.
How long, Salone? We go sit on the look, the thing to go wrong. Since 1961, we still don't know where we belong. And we not go push if we not root the criminals them among and bring them come to justice. This is not the voice of the young.
The thieves are no money. If you die no boss, one day you go see am. You wait they make with the jam carry. If you die no boss, one day you go see am. Popoli you go salon they cry. They make her fed up with life. Dirty make malaria. They make mods na the area. Aggressing just the dia. Oh, then kumbra wahala. Look where they use man mori. You and nobody not sorry. We don't tire for your history. Not to not make we the wondering. We the member tomorrow angry. How long for live Bangari? But always alone money. The problem na then I am beef. They not die, we not go happy. Then teacher, they know they get pay. But who side then the thief? So now na teacher be make them day. Then thief 1.8 billion. Then send the picking abroad. Okay, now that's make them Nokia. Development na usia. Oh, they not go talk true. They mod them full with no fear. Nothing pass a lucky boom boom na lights na pass the world on. Pass the world on. Pass the world on. You ain't the thieves and no money. If you lie no boss, one day you go see am. You ain't the make with the jam carry. If you lie no boss, one day you go see am. You ain't the make with the sleep hungry. If you lie no boss, one day you go see am. You ain't the thieves and no money. If you lie no boss, one day you go see am. Now salon mineral, them bokuna, so the criminal them back. Then just the lip and the beef. Now we then left give the bone. Free lawyer talk no. Why make a dry like bantic? You get how we tried in a show feel. Promise so they're not being fulfilled. Una the cut we cake and the life we like we not full. Cause he can look the diamond pension, then pay me papa. Neighbor can look the fish cake salary, then pay me mama. For leave set for the day, na pass a tot fish na malama. For pay me Beke finale, and his back at turn to serve. All day then slap me eye. Who's them I go left for cry? Brother, who's them way I go prosper?
Alright, welcome back. You still watch Breakfast on Liberty Online Television, and that's some music where we go now. Inside this edition of the program, Musa Emerson do you go see him. Well, we continue with the breakfast show and they look at another issue now. Now the program Usai late yesterday evening, we be see a notice we come out from the West African Examination Council WAEC for say the one where they sit was right now we be the expected today then for go take general mathematics then postpone them to time when they go announce later. Well, following know what's the reason we make the West African Examination Council WAEC been postponed the general mathematics where students have been sit today. We go on the phone line now. Usai we go talk to the public relations officer for WAEC when I Salu M. Kamara. Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Tell the viewers them the one where they sit was right now they expect say today they go take general mathematics, but yesterday we see a notice where come out from WAEC for inform them say when I don't postpone this particular paper. What's the reason behind this?
Well, the major issue is where the information go through, and we hope say it don't go all over the country for say the mathematics paper we supposed for whole morning, it not go hold until further notice. That one directives we will get from WAEC headquarters when Accra. For see for now, the mathematics paper 1 and 2, they don't put on hold. So the reasons behind that, we self they not disclose anything to it. But the most important thing, everybody knows the exam not they take place this morning. But tell the public and the students them, as well as school authorities, this not affect the other subjects them and time within at the timetable. This only now for mathematics for take place today. So any justification where we get from the higher authority, we will come back and explain to the public. But for now, let them just know say the paper are not the whole today.
Because this paper Hello, Mr. Kamara, you get me?
They get you now.
Hello?
Yeah, they get you now.
That's na Salu M. Kamara, in the public relations officer. general mathematics where students where they sit the WASC exam now for take today. They don't postpone them based on directives or then get from the WAEC headquarter na Accra. Well, they try to get Mr. Kamara back on the phone. Hello, Mr. Kamara, good morning.
Good morning again.
My colleague, they ask you earlier, say, speculations where they out there from the public now that WAEC cancel this paper because they understand, say, the question they be leak. How true is that?
First of all, WAEC not cancel the paper. Now we postpone the exams. So for say question paper leak, now where you see the content of the paper, waiting don't they, when at the rumor for say a leak, now they will confirm, but now nobody knows the content of the paper yet. We all know now waiting the social are capable for do. We then they deceive Boku people them. A lot of things then they read them out. Then the morning we open the question paper, the real question paper and a different thing it is. So for this, we not they confirm anything but leakage because nobody knows the content of the paper. So now na postponement, not to cancellation.
And they expect say then go get for take this paper back because yourself knows the way people and they take exams. You cannot study ahead of time and they prepare yourself. Just for let the night for the next day for take the exam, then cancel them. Say they don't postpone them. When then they expect for take them?
Get any inconvenience, we know say this is most inconvenient to them. Of course, even we will don't set up with calendar. We don't want any obstruction, but it's beyond we. So for now, let them just keep in touch. We they inform the public accordingly. A date is scheduled for the retake of the examination. We they inform them again accordingly.
We happen at all the countries them where they take the WASC exam now they then postpone on a salon more. Mr. Kamara on the line. That's the public relations officer for WAEC, where Nasayu M. Kamara. If they confirm, say yes, WAEC yesterday been postponed the general mathematics, where students them for don't take today. And according to them, the head office na Accra no give any reason where to make them postpone the exam and then go communicate with the public as to when the people them go get for receipt this particular paper.
All right, continue for stay tuned to Liberty Online Television. We'll go bring you the updates on that particular issue there so that if you're not a student or a parent or get picking, we're supposed to take this paper, it will get updated as to when the new date will come out. Well, the phone line, they don't open now. If you don't watch the conversation this morning, where they talk about the ongoing constitutional review process, where the BO-led administration don't send the two recommendations there from the Peter Tucker recommendation to the late Justice Cowan recommendation. And then now at the AG's office for let them look inside all the recommendations them where the 80-man committee be make and put forward to the first-term President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, where according to the Deputy Minister in term, now just about 30 recommendations them be 34 recommendations then be picked, but President Bill say they go back and look inside all the recommendations and they so that before in term of office done, they go able for left a new and vibrant constitution for the people of Sierra Leone. Well, if you get concern, you get comments where you are let the Deputy Minister of Information address and also the constitutional lawyer we deal with at the studio, Sulaiman Baja Tijansi. Call we now on +232 74 200 545. But when they call, kindly keep the conversation civil and stick to the topic what they look at inside the studio this morning. If you didn't have the diaspora, I want for call with this morning, save the number on your phone, +232 74 200 545, and call with via WhatsApp as then they are this morning for address the concern them where you get about the constitutional review process where they go on now. Coming back to you, Mr. Deputy Minister of Information, we don't get several concerns as to the kind of system where the country forgets. The presidential system seems to be the famous one. If this happen for come from the draft where the AG's office they do now, you think say the President Bill, when are you boss where they work on that go accept them?
Thank you very much. Before the president take these things to AG, the first thing you don't know it's all waiting they don't read and as somebody where they read extensively. Yeah. And people when they very close to the president always get different opinion on him. But you will don't live or don't be very close to His Excellency, President Julius Maada Bio. You know, somebody when a man of his word, we call him talk and do. And like how the learned lawyers say, the political party, when I see all People's Party, we pride ourselves on waiting with forefathers left. You say, when you talk about president in Australia, the first president of possible government now, Samiti Magai, where everybody feels to be good president. Then as you talk about another good president, Amati Jankaba. Now they can't show you. Like what you say, one of the best constitution, 1961 constitution, where generally now for the best interest of the country will be done. When you come to this president, what we get? Now president, nobody in his imagination for those things say, ego repeal the Public Order Act of 1965, Section 5. Because they get the worst vilification from the media as opposition leader. But as a president, a repealer, yeah, for the open space for journalists for what they do. For a former military man, abolish death penalty. It is exceptional in Africa. But it was. Now during the regime, somebody go to State House with weapon, this and that, the whole a face trial, if free. A military man. You know, these are some of the footprints that we watch. You know, say this president will get. Not to himself in particular about. If you were with the opposition, as a military man, he get the crowd, he get everything. But he respects everything when Dr. Ernest Microman they do. Sometimes he gives support. Even when they sacks Samsumana, he say, you know, will be correct, but Lord, waiting the Supreme Court go interpret. And after that interpretation, he said, what is Supreme Court say? Now, final. When he lost election, 2012, he taken to court. When Supreme Court interpret or they try out of court because of technicalities, he accept and move on. So the president, where I get, where even the lawyer they talk about, not that president will just mind about himself, or else at 32 way in at the head of state. And as of if I don't change constitution, he stay, but he return the country, he will prepare himself. So I don't feel say then they cause the way if he don't make, he can't for boil it on. No. That is why law will not preempt in action. This is a participatory program process. They don't send outside if for send them. Lawyers around know waiting to be the recommendations. And they don't tell you boldly last week, say you don't get any. That one where people that fear time limit, they don't discard them. So what is it that we're afraid that this president, anything where they propose inside our constitution, like where the lawyer they say, where the people they want, if it did inside a recommendation and it go through.
But the time limits normally the one that will be done the from the past administration, also the president then can begin now. Now the supporter then can begin and say, but you get small thing for
it make it don't go before it don't cut an out. Because most of we, if it extend in time, I will continue for being a minister. But for me, I don't even think of that. Now make it don't say it don't get for day. And the president, they go by a word. This is the first time in our country the president declare election day the opposition already. For long time into 2023 election, before time now is saying at this time now the election they happen. People will say it get right for extend 3 months, this and that. Some ministers, most of people they say let the president extend as small. Even the opposition, it take them on areas because they be expected because justification corona can't interrupt this and that. But they say no. Election they happen just on the time when it will happen. You understand? So I believe in a leader. It is set the pace for we. And this now they tell APC. The philosophies are, we are all Leoneans, but these two parties get different philosophies. We leaders can take decision for we and come back to it until we say, now this we take and our for now all. Not for count inside chaos. No, do this. Oh no. You know where we take the right decision. So sometimes allow you leader, let it take the decision. And hold are accountable for them decisions that we take on your behalf. And that is just what the president is doing.
All right, Mr. Bao, continue for the the program. The phone line they're open now. Call we on +23274200545. If you have one for make your contribution na the topic we they look at this morning. It gets for the ongoing constitutional review process where the bill-led administration don't begin now. And these documents they na the Attorney General in office. And they come back to you, Sulaiman Baja Tijansi. The same question I asked the Deputy Minister of Information. The presidential system of governance. Now, one, we don't be topical, we they talk about reviewing the Salon Constitution. Ideally, from a lawyer perspective, you think say na the best system than for a country like Sierra Leone?
Personally, no. But as a Democrat, within the majority say they want, nine they want. I believe say the presidential system of government give the president too much power for a developing country like Sierra Leone, and can turn most of them to demigods and dictators at times. I believe say the parliamentary system make them more accountable, as I said earlier on, to we the people, to parliament. And it make the name first among, once you are elected as prime minister, you are first among equal. That means to say you and all you minister them, you're all are equal. But no more as you are the leader and they need somebody for lead them. Now make you not prime minister, then a minister. I like that system. They question time every week. You then a parliament for tell the people them you understand what exactly they do. Give the members of parliament the opportunity for ask you questions. That's now one thing. Say what thing to say a country like we depend. I mean what they call, and that will stop this idea of term limit. Say for the pan term limit a presidential system and get term limit. Parliamentary system, as long as you are the most popular candidates among the members of parliament them, and as long as you party now in the win the election for going to parliament, you they continue for the day. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. Look England, look most of the European countries, then a prime minister then get. So that at that time that now what will be want. But as I say, the majority of Sierra Leoneans don't choose the presidential system. Now we don't practice for the past since the 1991 constitution. And even when we review, we'll go around the country again, now that the people say they want. So now we'll get for make use with. The only thing is we don't try for make sure say we strengthen the powers of the other two arms of government so that they would act as check on the president.
So how about the electoral system, first past the post and the PR system?
Well, the old man know me view about that because I mean I've been in at the vanguard for make the last elections be proportional representation. I've been in at the televisions, the radios, as well as writing articles about that. And today I believe that because look how peaceful the last elections went. Nobody, no clash among parliamentary candidates them who they aspire. And then I still believe, say they attract a lot of people. I just surprised and regret say this last term, attract the amount of people that were ability to say go can at the forefront for parliament.
Quickly, not just only to get a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Oh my God.
Hello, caller. Good morning.
Hello, are they online? Hello?
Good morning. Your name and who side they call from, please?
Yeah, good. They call from Kadima. My name is Saulu. Good morning, Kadima. In the first place, thank you. Of course, this is our program up, our program elect. I can't do so much. What I want to say in this constitutional review, I see when I talk about system of election and not of presidential system of election. Do for the benefit of others and with the other listeners, we will explain how the parliamentary election day and the data of presidential system of election day. So we will understand, and others will understand. Of course, now they call it a bit, but for explain more, we will understand. But for just presidential system of election and not of parliamentary system of election, others will know better. So people will go by their yeah. So I just want to explain that further. Then going further, constitutional review, start doing an exclamation time. Maybe we will start before that time as I can follow up. But what I want to say, they follow APC, they try to give the input. Somebody been in I don't know, was it AYV or Radio Democracy? But also, as far as me concerned, APC will give no input in this constitution again. Because they don't fair for implementer. So if they don't fair for implementer, then they just left again on the one that made them follow up and implementer. That's how it's for so. Once more, I want to tell Liberty TV, Boku, thank you.
and add your voice to lines. They're open now. +232 74 200 545. Call we via WhatsApp if you're in the diaspora. If you're in country, call we regular call and yourself go add your voice as you do from Saluwe call all the way from Kenima. They don't asking question. They want to explain to the parliamentary system. The lawyer and the government minister then go answer to that particular question later inside the program.
All right, we continue with the breakfast show, and as we open the phone line, members say we need to call, stick to the points, make the conversation civil, and ask you question. Tell we where you call from. As we wait for more calls for come inside, let we look at the civil society perspective on the whole issue we get for do with the review where they go on now. As we all know, say the civil society organizations them can therefore ensure say they do advocacy around issues them we get for do with governance and different issues them. This time we talk to Thomas Babadie, when are the executive director for Forum for Sierra Leonean Youth Network, where he talk about waiting at their own expectation for sake of this particular review work. He explain more inside this interview with Mohamed Kamara.
Well, constitutional review started in 2004 or 5 with Haji Dr. Matijan Kaba. Peter Soka, Dr. Peter Soka, relates now being the chair of that review committee. They made several recommendations. You see the Peter Soka report. Several recommendations, amendment to be made, proposed amendment, proposed idea. Everything was proposed, and so a whole book was developed. And look at section 73. This is how it was in 1990, 91, but now this is how it should be in 2006. This is how 83 was at the time. Look at how it should be now. So we have another 10 years span of an Escoma. They also made inputs with an individual by the person of Justice Kawa, Ebu Kawa. Ebu Kawa was presiding over the affairs of that review committee. But again, at that time, people were updated, people were informed, people knew what was happening, that there is a constitutional review which is ongoing. What is happening now? There is an ongoing constitutional review which I am not aware of. One. Number two, the public. I'm not perceiving, I've not done any research yet, but the public, if you ask them now, say, there is a review going on. They will tell you, say, we don't know, we don't understand, they don't come into it. So what you do review? Who get the review on behalf? No, SLP or APC, or parliamentarians, or now we. So these are the challenges we have. So, I mean, the review is going on, it is nice, it is fine for the country, but we are now where? Yes, civil society is one, the media is 2, 3, West can be African or whatever diplomats, 4, you can have parliament chiefs, 5, you have this sort of people again, the military, the police, medics, different professionals. You see what happened then, we had to cover up the name Chief Medical Officer instead of JAG, the General of Medical Services. We are saying Chief Medical Officer. How did that happen? What is the function of a Chief Medical Officer? In our constitution, it is there, entrenched. Yeah? The Chief Justice, what are his or functions in the constitution? So these are all things, I mean, we have to be very careful. If you touch them, you touch everything. And so we need different set of people to come together, different set of people, all walks of life. Footballers, sportsmen, so you don't leave anyone behind. You leave no one behind. Now, going forward to a constitution. This is not the first constitution we're having. We have the 19th constitution. Now, you are supposed to have civic education. Mass civic education. Enough civic education to give people cognitive education on the clauses that are being tampered with, touched, negatively or positively, some that are being reversed. Some we think are amendments to be proposed. So you need not just civic education, but you need cognitive education to be given to the people, like we teachers. Cognitive education. is important in this case. And so, the way it's been done, it's funny. Very, very funny. I don't know who they are doing it in favor of. In favor of us, the citizens, of themselves. So, my advice is, let them go back and back on thorough civic education, mass education, cognitive education. So I'm defining out key. Okay. Civic education, mass education, cognitive education, and bring all walks of life on board to ensure they make their input. The traders, the agriculturists, the farmers, input. You have political parties, you have journalists to guide them, bring work to IMC or whatever means, / and then you have civil society like Slango that can come in and call other CSOs to help guide the process again. You have this guy, Labor Union, Labor Congress, different, the police is there, the military is there. All of them are supposed to be on board in this process. But do we have them on board? Do we know? If they are on board, do we know? Are we informed? Are we aware? Who has updated us? Are they coming to the public? 1 minute to just can't remember when I talk to constitutional review. You don't get mandates. You don't get the local standard. No. Get people that are independent. Our constitution we can talk about so.
All right, we continue with the breakfast show. That now Thomas Pa Ali Babadie Kama be they make a submission, but what he think as a civil society activist on the ongoing constitutional review. Well, we can get the minister for response to what Mr. Babadie been talking in that interview. But quickly, let's go back to the people them as now then get this particular document where the bill-led administration they try now for summarize all waiting be inside the 2 reports them, the Peter Tucker review and also the late Justice Kawan review.
This is Liberty Online TV with me, Al Hassan Koma. Well, today we're at the streets of Freetown for a look at the constitutional review, the 1991 Constitution, looking at some of the relevant constitutional clauses the way government need for review inside the 1991 Constitution. Now, a concern we can at the streets of Freetown for able to count sound the views of people, how they look at this particular 1991 Constitution. Also, government need for concentrate. Also, in certain areas the way the need for review inside the 1991 Constitution.
Like one thing you always say, you see like this Constitution, I mean when people are in leadership, they always want do things for where they favor them. Yeah. We not all the nation in the favor. Like the Terry Pakawan been there where and that's been the try for those 7 years. You understand? And so until they try for bring Pakawan to away from for their own interest. We not mean great, and not go under kind and they like mad herself, let himself come back and look something there. Now already they put salon force, just as instead of put salon force in anything they do. No, do I mean we own interest on that political interest for the party sake. Because when you put bad laws, tomorrow when you come out, that bad laws where you put they go in the favor of the other person will come. You see, where you go get for affect you back.
Reviewing of a constitution, not something bad at all. It might be you go add or you minus, but in addition, you go add thing where go benefit everybody, not to individual, because a constitution now man made something and entitled for be able to review, of course, but let be in favor or just few person or one man. You understand? We all want let and review if thing they do for add way will bring benefit to Sierra Leone. Bad for let review the constitution, but if anything they clause they wey na for benefit one man, I don't feel say to this time round is necessary, because now thinking about your country now, according to we country how they are now, we talk of unity, freedom, and justice. Okay, within our coat of arms, but I'm seeing Sierra Leone like four inside me sit down, me they talk to you, because I don't say anything wey look like it benefits me and you as a nation, as people, and we live in a country where we get leaders and we they foresee about we welfare and you But we are not seeing something like that.
We don't follow the country and looking into the constitution in 1991. What do you think are the major areas that we visited for review, for change some certain things inside that?
Well, the 1991 constitution, the first thing first way I look at now the powers of the president. The powers of the president too much. If it be limited, not to all areas. If any way say now veto power he gets, he say now from the above everything don't know. Then powers of the president therefore reduce them. You understand? That will bring something we go work for Sierra Leone. And secondly, the involvement of militaries, police into we governance. To me, if in the review the constitution here, if ever they be not right and in 1991, let them remove that clause to the back. Say, let the police, the soldier come by their rankings. You understand? Rather than say by government appointment, that could make the policing, the military not to work effectively, not to work by rank, and that will bring disorder.
And there are so many things.
All right, that's now the reporter Al-Hassan Koma been going at some parts them now the streets of Freetown for talk to citizens them, let themselves send their own views them about waiting and think about the ongoing constitutional review process when I would they look at inside the studio this morning. We will come back now the studio and talk to we guest them, but quickly we take one more call. We'll take text messages and come now studio and wrap up with the conversation this morning. Hello caller, good morning. You name and who side you call from?
My name Joe. I call from US. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
You hear me?
What's in your contribution quickly?
I want to congratulate the government for this bold step for make the review the constitution. It's very important for make the citizen of Salon know say this is a good thing for we all, and for once more we believe the process, more we believe the system, how they do about them. We all the minister don't hide the intention and the procedure. We have to follow and understand the way. Make we get conspiracy theories everywhere and doubts and doing all this kind of a misconception. We get for the process. And I believe if we able to follow through with things we speak, the government will accept the procedure. If they don't say they are going to build the constitution, let's how the process for go excessively. The lawyer they able for confirm certain things. Then I believe that process should go through. We don't tire for it. A review. We have to have a new constitution. If the process is going to happen, let's accept the fact that if this is the government that's going to tell it true, let's accept the reality and make we accommodate any recommendation as we bring them to the public, make we accept that the process is going to happen. So then let me comment.
Okay, because of time, many thanks where you join the conversation this morning all the way from the United States of America. Well, we'll end the calls then day for now. Continue for Call Liberty Online Television. In case you get any information we will pass to the citizen, them call we now with phone number. We'll go respond and we'll go pass the information. And quickly we'll go now to the text messages they will not don't send, and later we'll come to the studio guest them for let them go wrap up. Mabel?
All right, the very first message we'll look at on the Facebook page. Anthony Sam King say the constitutional review process has taken too long to complete. It will be good for a legacy for President Bill to complete before his term.
I mean, they're going to the WhatsApp quickly and take few and go to YouTube again. This one they read, they say the Westminster parliamentary system na the best system for Salon. Sule the need for explain well to the younger generation. Na presidential system for Salon.
Still on the Facebook page, for the Mustafa Toure say, I agree with you that the presidential system isn't good for an African country and certainly not for Sierra Leone. The president is too powerful and can't be held accountable. Parliamentary system is more accountable but not the current crop of parliament, where parliamentarians don't have a personal point of view. Everything is about party. Parliamentarians have to be made more independent.
This one they come out for Mohammed Kamara on YouTube. They say, please, Mabel, can you ask him if the powers of hire and fire of the president was reviewed?
All right, so look at more messages.
Okay, more messages don't come na the program this morning. And this one they come out from Lahai for the Kamara. They say, Mr. Lawyer, as we are having problem of unemployment, so the review increased the age of retirement from 65 to 70 again. Well, the young no go get work again. No. More messages we don't come na the program this morning. This one they say, from Fode Lahai Kamara, they say government should stop neglecting the opposition's opinion on constitutional review because they will not be in office forever. The government is twisting this constitutional review without the majority. And they look at few more messages. Then this one, they say, my key concern on the constitution is the part of the power of the president is too much because most is misuse or to discriminate. Well, plenty messages that we don't come to the program this morning, but quickly we will come now to the studio guest them as we try for wrap up the program. We'll start with you, Mr. Minister de Ukanto Suleiman Bajati for wrap up.
I tell you, want to always send text messages and concerns. Plenty thank you because they take time for listening and follow Liberty TV. Without them, our work not going to be meaningful. And then contributions and I inform also within government they do. Much of the talk to the one that we review, the constitution. The lawyer will handle it because he has been part of the process. The only thing me, as a minister, as a citizen of this country, will say to everybody is, we all, as Sierra Leoneans, for define the kind of Sierra Leone we want to see, and we all work together for Sierra Leone. Because over the years, really we don't produce very fantastic leaders, fine leaders. Along the line, now we, same Sierra Leoneans, they turn them to what we don't want. So it is not about our leaders. How one person, when are the president, we will miss who we all know. Now the one that we around them, perhaps now then go. Now we, the citizens. I want to say Sierra Leone here, politics is taken away from our daily lives. My major concern at this age now, I don't get into politics, mainstream. If tomorrow I go please the president, if I'm here, do I go? So those are the things where the constitution can speak to. If the constitutional lawyers we take it into consideration. You understand? If we make provisions, citizens get the right for partake. But then participation of limit them because I can't partake in governance, no means say I don't summarize my existence as a citizen. It also behoves everybody as a citizen where government give a position. That while executing that duty, you note and say I'm a Sierra Leonean first, before anything else. And whatever thing I do, therefore tell on me and my generation. I get tremendous respect for Abdul Tijan Cole, who came, he was appointed as anti-corruption commissioner boss. He watched the system and resigned and go back. You understand? Nobody know Kwasam. If you think say what it has stand for, not what I can see, as a Sierra Leonean. You know, Mr. Government, the president, they make too much. If you think so, what the president will let you do, as a Sierra Leonean, you know, fine. Why not resign and go and sit down so that you don't claim yourself? Don't think the system is inevitable. If I don't survive here, I will not survive again. No. Sierra Leone, we don't make that mark. So therefore, let us blame everything on the president. Let we self as Sierra Leonean take collective responsibility. Because there are a lot of the things where they go wrong in this country. Now, Sierra Leoneans, for example, you have a public institution. Sierra Leoneans did it. you get a private institution. Now Sierra Leoneans did it. This public institution, they go Poland, the private institution, they go before. So is it that when we work for government, we they do the bad thing? But when we work for ourselves, if Khadija be to work for SABC, when our government station, we do clinic and work quick. But look how early Khadija can in studio today. So then thing what they do now, the private sector. If we do them for which states, we do them for public office, it will help we. But everybody thinks government, somebody they work for government if it's not a president. You understand? So as citizens, we say for take that responsibility. Civic, I make way that civil society, also they talk about civic education. I make the president and I be Minister of Information. If you see it takes civic education, Adam to the ministry, it underscored the importance we get for civic education. Because if we don't go back and reset with mindset about Sierra Leone, me being a Sierra Leonean, we don't travel outside this country. We know how they treat we outside our own country. So it is only this country, Sierra Leone, that you have where we will do anything we want as a citizen. So if we don't make a fine, nobody will make a fine for we. And it is not the president that will do it. Right. It is our collective responsibility. Yeah? Okay, the president, they do very well, they lay. I mean, that is why we need the constitution for speak to what the president therefore do. Right. But also as citizens, the constitution also gives citizens their own responsibility. That we forget that nationalism and patriotism. We see Sierra Leone better than with tribe, with ethnic belonging, with regional belongings. That is a civic responsibility. Where Sierra Leoneans for really inculcate, more for cultivate. That this Sierra Leone is first. We are Sierra Leonean first, last, and evermore.
All right.
And I mean, this really will for protect.
All right, Mr. Minister, many thanks. So you come to the studio this morning, they come to Suleiman Bajatejansi. Quickly, a lot of questions that people ask you, but you can just summarize.
Yes, I will start with Saluna Kenema. We say because APC they not be don't do their own, so therefore them for the out of this. But tell us not to sue the constitution, the work, and not to sue the make constitution. Constitution, as I say, we need everybody on board. Not mean say because they're not been do their own, what they're supposed to do, they're not for involved by this one, what they do. Then the parliamentary system, as I say, we don't get beaucoup support for the parliamentary system now because of the enormous powers when we say we give it to the president gets under the presidential system. And somebody say, may I explain more about the parliamentary system? Well, the parliamentary system of government, now one way, we not vote directly for president. We not vote like who they vote for parliament, for the parliamentarians them. Then the party will get the highest amount of members of parliament. That party, the leader of that party, they become the prime minister. And then in that system, the prime minister, they choose in cabinet for members of parliament. That means to say, if you want to be minister, you go for be member of parliament. People in 1991 believe say because the minister, they all now from parliament, now make the system not the work that we forget people them from outside parliament, people who know this from politics, for can do the work. But from where we don't begin and now, we not see the improvements that don't make. Comparatively, we will get better cabinets, better members of parliament in 1961 to 1967 than we don't ever get under the presidential system of government. And inside that system of government, as I say, the prime minister are just first among equals, he dealt in cabinet. It's not just the hire and fire like how you feel for in the presidential system of government. Because yonder, you know that they say in power we get now from parliament. And you know say members of a minister, they all are members of parliament. So all man get interest, all man get what they call. And if you not perform well, they believe say you're not going to make them win the next election as the leader of the party, they can easily pull you not to before we go election. Now under the presidential system, the only way they pull the president now pass through elections. But under the parliamentary system of government, you can pull the prime minister on the work at any time during the course of the term limit of that particular parliament day. So they one then the advantage, and that now in the parliamentary system they talk about. Then somebody talk about unemployment, about the 70-year-old. Well, this 70-year-old not for all sign at this country, so I rest assure you that for me, job what they do. Judges them, you understand, they will believe they judge them for make them retire at 65 at a young age. Look, myself supposed to do now, they approach 65. You understand, nothing to say I don't reach retirement age, nothing to say this and the kind of for go retire now. No, I'm not tired, nor am I going to retire. So I go this certainty at 87. You understand? So So can you imagine a judge with like me right now, you say make it retire, go sit down at house with all the knowledge we don't get, from we don't be lawyer. I mean 40 years this as a lawyer practitioner, with all the 40 years, some man on 40, some man on 50 years experience. You know, go transparent for make the body land, but if I go sit down at house, full and full food, you as a government, they waste money per annum every day, saying a pension. No, we not think to say in we own profession if we apply. We know they talk about other side them more, like the civil service, that they still continue. What do we recommend Nayana for judges and positions then like the director of public prosecution? So that person there, what they fear say no, we not come for pull job na the young man there. Then I think say that na the mainly the issues then that one and the way they ask me. And I thank una very, very much the viewers them for our contributions and our questions them. We mean to say una they listen to this particularly important topic who concern we all, and at the same time you understand una self will contribute in a way take this process done. I agree with the person who say we don't take a long time, and we all agree now say we don't take a long time, and by God in power, this president will done this process before in time done.
All right, many thanks, Sulaiman Bajati Jansi, and also Bokari Abdelaziz Bawa, we are the Deputy Minister of Information and Civic Education. We then join we at the studio this morning, can talk about this very important topic we get for do with reviewing the Constitution of Sierra Leone. As the process they go on Liberty Online Television, go they carry the relevant authority and stakeholder then for updates una the public and una self go get opportunity for call and make una inputs, give the information una want for see inside the new revised Constitution of Sierra Leone. Continue for follow Liberty Online Television, continue for share all we programs them as so they are so for give una accurate and authentic information about different things them what they happen at the country. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they wish you all a blessed day.
All right, and Mebel Kabade say till we meet again. Goodbye.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.
Orange.